back to another exciting episode of Brightpoint Infotech's podcast. I'm Premjit Singh, your host and the marketing manager at Brightpoint Infotech. Today, we are diving into a hot topic that's on minds of many organizations, migrating from Dynamics AX to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. And joining me to break it all down is our sales manager, Shannon Walsh. Shannon, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, thanks, Prem. As always, just excited to be here. Yes, I'm migrating from Dynamics AX to Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. I mean, as the market knows, it's not just an upgrade. It has been for many organizations and many of our clients a game changer for their business, and has set them up to scale and optimize and at a high level really stay ahead of the competition in their respective fields. So yeah, happy to have this conversation and let's discuss breaking it down and show why now is the perfect time to make
Right.
this transition. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely, Shannon. So let's start with the basics. Migrating from AX to Dynamics 365 can sound intimidating. Why should businesses make the move?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reality is Dynamics AX, it has been around for decades, right? So it's had its
Right.
time. And what we're finding, businesses, presently today are looking something a little bit more, agile, that helps with efficiency and allows for a lot of that, integration into some of their operational systems. And this is where Dynamics 365 F&O, first, it delivers on that cloud powered scalability.
Right.
It has all the built-in artificial intelligence. And then very importantly, and this has been something that's been well known, is that it has the native integrations into some of the core Microsoft business applications, a lot of the productivity suite.
Mhm.
So just, I mean, if you look at an analogy, think of it as you're upgrading from a basic sedan to a high performance sports car.
Right. I love that analogy, Shannon. So, what are some of the key differences users should know about before diving into migration?
Yeah, I mean, what sets Dynamics 365 apart, and this is not an exclusive list, but there's a few points I just mentioned here. It's a cloud first flexible solution, whereas those organizations that are very familiar with AX, it is an on-premise solution. So that allows Dynamics 365, not only the power of the cloud, but there's also the option of a hybrid type solution. It's always up to date, right?
Right.
Microsoft is managing that, so you can say goodbye to those disruptive major upgrades. So with
Right.
Dynamics 365, you're always on the latest version. Essentially, there's no downtime, there's no headaches. Um, Seamless integration into the Microsoft ecosystem, right? It
Right.
is a
Right.
Microsoft solution, so that's what you would expect. It works, quite easily with Office 365, Power BI, which is this business application, and Microsoft Teams, just to name a couple. Customizations have been made exceptionally easy with extensions. They
Right.
replace a lot of the heavy customizations that companies have been familiar with AX. So
Correct.
that allows for very smooth, updates and that integration experience, enhancements, so on and so forth. And then last, the scalability without limits, right? So as your
Right.
business grows, Dynamics 365 scales with you without those infrastructure constraints or bottlenecks, just to name a few.
Yeah. That sounds amazing, Shannon. Thank you for breaking it down for us. But let's talk strategy here. What are some of the must-follow tips for making this migration as smooth as possible?
Yeah, like with any large initiative, any large digital transformation initiative, um, migrating to ERP systems, it all starts with that preparation, of course, right? It's an obvious statement, right? But here's how to plan for that. So number one, you do need that strategic planning assessment session. So um, with a partner, with the business users, you want to identify those must-have features, evaluate all your existing customizations right now, and map out that migration strategy. And that's where Brightpoint has the expertise, working with our clients on this, the strategic planning initiative. Number two, data, right? So start clean. We help you refine, map, and validate your data for that transition. Um, Thirdly, customization integration. So keep what adds value and leverage Dynamics 365 for those built-in capabilities. So really look at the customizations and what's available with Dynamics, and testing, validating before you launch, this new system. So, our sandbox testing and user acceptance testing process ensures the system is ready for, let's call it, prime time.
Right.
Um, and then really keep an eye on the user enablement and the change management. So adoption is always going to be key. So Brightpoint, we provide the hands-on training every step of the way, so the team on the client side is fully onboarded. And then post implementation, you want to look at the ongoing support. So we just don't implement, we optimize for support every step of the way. So those are really the key things you want to think about when it comes
Hmm.
to preparing for a migration of this scale. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these tips that you shared, Shannon, were really helpful, for our listeners. But let's not sugarcoat it. What are some of the challenges businesses face during migration? If you can share your some information on that.
Yeah, challenges. I mean, sure. I mean, with the right partner, they can turn those into opportunities. And this is, how Brightpoint has
Hmm.
helped business overcome some of those, common migration hurdles. I mean, you know, when it comes to data, like we've ensured accuracy and integrity, so your data moves over seamlessly. Um, Customization conflicts. We've evaluated, modernized, and optimized those custom solutions to maximize efficiency. Um, Another challenge: user resistance. So our structured training and change management approach gets teams excited and engaged. And then the integration gaps. So we've built many connections between Dynamics 365 and countless business critical applications. So those are really kind of
Correct.
the core challenges that we see in pretty much every project that we are very well aware of going
Hmm.
into the implementations. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are some solid insights, Shannon. So if someone listening right now and thinking, I need help with this, why should they partner with Brightpoint Infotech?
Yeah, I mean, the partner community is extensive, right? It's a very large
Yeah,
community.
yeah,
So choosing that right partner, I mean, will make all of the difference. And that's an obvious statement.
correct.
So I can speak to what Brightpoint Infotech has delivered, or, our core competencies. So we do have the proven expertise in a number of different industries. We're very strong in distribution, manufacturing, higher education, nonprofits, so on and so forth. So we've successfully migrated countless businesses in those verticals to Dynamics. We built, tailored solution, because not one size fits all is the right approach. So we align, the migration to those unique business requirements. And then the support, right? So right from planning to post migration, we're with organizations every step of the way. And then again, some of these points here I've discussed earlier here, but when it comes to the integration, we have deep experience in that area, and then future proofing or we just don't migrate. We set the organization up long term for our for support and training.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like a dream team to me, Shannon. Uh, and before we wrap up, any final words for businesses planning this journey?
Yeah, it is a process. It does take time, when it comes to evaluating and going through a lot of the strategic planning. Um, that in itself, as an exercise. So my advice is, don't wait. It's 2025. Every day you're on Dynamics AX is a day you're missing out on the power of Dynamics. So we're here to, help future-proof your business, and this is where our organization makes it simple, seamless, and strategic.
Love it, Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your expertise.
Thanks. As always, it's a pleasure, and really enjoy these podcasts with you, Prem.
Yeah. And thank you to our listeners for tuning into this podcast. If you're ready to take the leap for Dynamics AX to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management, please reach out to us at brightpointinfotech.com and don't forget to subscribe for more tech insights. Until next time, stay innovative and thank you so much once again, Shannon.
Thank you.